and he is my guest live right now. Phil, I don't know what to say.
Oh, well, thank you for having me. You know, I know it's a little stunning, leaves people a little speechless. I know it's different, I guess.
Well, speechless.
It's radical. Yeah, it's radical, and that's what I am, and that's who I am. And as I look back, I'm like, you know what? I'm raw, and I'm real, and I'm rugged, and that's who I am. Take it or leave it.
You're raw, real, and rugged, and Republican, and not elected.
That's correct. Not elected. That is correct. I did not get the nomination.
What happened?
Well, we had a vote, and that's what democracy is. I support democracy with 100% of my belief. And if we have a free and fair election, and I don't win, I don't win. I've lost before.
What was the deal? Because, you know, you watch that, and as I said in the introduction, you don't see that kind of political speech every day. Was it real? Was it planned? Did it just come over you, that wave of enthusiasm?
No, that was not planned. That's real. I'm not faking anything. Some people may think it's a fraud. I have passion and I have emotion about what I do. And quite frankly, I'm tired of our politicians in Washington doing nothing. We've got people here in Ohio starving. The president of our country came to a fundraiser a couple weeks ago and got off the airplane with the governor, and there was a governor there and a congressman and a mayor. Mr. President, how do you sleep at night? We've got 3 to 5 million people in Ohio unemployed. Our border state to the northwest, Michigan, has possibly 25% unemployment. Ohio, 15%. All the states around us are starving. How are you laughing while we're dying? We've got nothing. You've got to do something in Washington. It's broke. But the problem is, Washington is run by what I call mills. Millionaire Ivy League lawyers. How can you sleep at night when you've got perhaps 40 or 50% of our population either underemployed or unemployed, with underemployed meaning I'm going to take an $8 an hour job instead of $10 an hour.
One of the people who is unemployed, unfortunately, Phil, is you. I mean, this is an interesting piece of your story, is that you had been working as was it a bailiff in a courtroom?
Yes.
Okay, and you lost that job, and you work on the town council. You're a Minerva councilman. You make about $12,000 a year, and obviously that's not enough to pay the bills. So you've been out of work. You've got 4 degrees, 2 bachelors, 2 masters, and you still cannot find a job?
That's correct. And let me address it. I actually, for clarity and to clean that up, or to correct it, I make $260 a month. It's a little over $3,000 a year. I've been out for minimum wage jobs and get turned down. There will be 100 people on the day I go to fill my application out, waiting in line just to get a minimum wage job. I mean, that's terrible. What does that tell you? We've got a large portion of people who have to stand in unemployment lines. Then you have to go to get a job and stand in another line.
So
yeah, that's true.
When I hear you, I mean, sitting here now, it sounds like, you know, you still have that outrage. And I can understand it, having been unemployed for quite some time and having these degrees. And I know you're the son of a mailman. You worked hard and got these degrees and are hoping for a job. But I'm wondering, like, when you got up there and started speaking to your constituents, because you're running for town treasurer, right? It's not like, you know, I don't know, ambassador to the UN. It's not,
right.
But you take it very seriously. What kind of feedback are you getting from not that that's an elected position in any event, what kind of feedback do you get from the audience as you're giving those remarks in that manner?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. The audience that night, there was about 70 to 100 people roughly in there. There were people scared. There were people a little frightened, caught off guard. Some thought it was funny. It's not funny. I will not laugh while people in the state that I live in, the great state of Ohio, that has produced Jack Nicklaus and Jesse Owens, I will not laugh when attempting to represent people when I know the plight of people who are suffering. You go through Ohio, there are people sleeping on park benches, living in forests. It's terrible. I consider myself a radical. And if I'm a radical and that offended people in the room, too bad. That's who I am. You want another Washington politician or governor or senator to get up? They're so smooth and they're so polished. And you know what they give you? Ear candy. That's all that is right now. It's plasma. Ear candy is what they're getting. I may be raw and rugged, but I consider myself a radical. The feedback I got from the room that night was terrible. But once I left that room and this video hit YouTube and it went viral, and 700,000 people have looked at it. Some are upset, but the people that approach me in the airports and the streets say, you know what, give them hell, Phil. You know what you are? Stand up for the people. We're starving. We've got nothing. Listen to this.
Okay,
if
Phil,
you make,
I got to go. I know you're getting on your soapbox, and I appreciate your passion.
Right.
Everybody who's watched the video appreciates your passion.
Okay.
Listen, the bottom line is I hope you get a job. Thanks for giving us a good segment, and you're an interesting man.
Thank you. God bless America. Thank you for having me on.
All the best to you. We'll be right back.